Start. Dear friends, welcome. Okay, we have the technician online. He says we're ready to start. Good. We are very much on time today. Now, dear friends, welcome to our Saturday's webinar. Today we are going to talk about CRU blockchain. And I would like the organizers to switch on to the next slide. Yes, my name is Maria Antonenko. I live in Russia, Moscow. For more than 20 years, I had worked in finance, in the corporate world, in the gas, oil companies. And for the last few years, I've been studying such phenomenon as cryptocurrency and blockchain. And since I'm a financial director, so-called financial officer, chief officer, I know what everything there is to know, at least in Russia, about taxation in the area of cryptocurrency, whether you can buy it, whether you can sell it, whether you can keep it, how to receive, how to withdraw money to your bank card, how to deposit money in cryptocurrencies, etc. But today we are going to talk about our blockchain, which we started developing in March this year. Well, many of our active partners, current partners, are asking us what is going to happen with our Cryptounit token in the near future, whether it's going to grow or whether it's going to fall. Everyone who started with us in March 2019, of course, they are worried, they're concerned, and I would like to answer most of your questions at the end of this webinar. And today we are going to take a look at the cryptocurrency history, go down the memory lane, let's say, what it all started with. It all started back in 2009 from the white paper from Satoshi Nakamoto. In Facebook, a document appeared which described the blockchain technology in Bitcoin network. And a little bit more than 10 years have passed, and now the Bitcoin is around $9.1 thousand. And many people don't understand what's the value behind it, why a strange digital thing you can see only on your PC in the form of numbers would cost almost $10,000. What's so big about it? And Bitcoin was a breakthrough against the global crisis of 2008. And the financial crisis of 2008 showed the entire world the low quality service and low security offered by banks. Before 2008, all bank information was kept on one single server, and there might have been machinations, rigging on behalf of employees. You might have seen in many movies when the bank employee would take pennies or even decimal points of pennies from all the transactions and would accumulate them on a side account, and over years millions of dollars would accumulate. Even there were like a human level machinations, like on the level of one person, and already millions accumulated. But there were also machinations with mortgages, when the same apartment could have been mortgaged several times, and loans were issued to lots of people on the same apartment, and it all combined together led to the crisis of 2008. And the developers of Bitcoin came out with a solution. They said that when entries are made into blockchain and are at the same time encrypted and open at the same time, so you cannot change a single entry, this became like a forefather of the new financial system. And in 10 years' time, on this blockchain, there are lots of banks working on blockchain solutions. And not only the banking sphere, but also oil production stores their data on oil on blockchain so that there are no redundant statements, that someone might say that we produce more, others might say that we produce less. It could manipulate the oil prices in the market when companies, major oil producing companies like British Petroleum would state overpriced figures, overestimated, or would downplay their figures. Now, if a company places their data on blockchain, it builds more trust. But if we take a look at Bitcoin price, not the technology itself, we're talking about the currency here, then for several years, almost 2 years, Bitcoin was worth nothing. $0.00003 before the 22nd of May 2010, when Laszlo Hanic, who was one of the first people to test and mine Bitcoin on his home PC. Imagine if we right now were given an opportunity to mine Bitcoin on a home PC. So this guy, Laszlo Hanic, made a purchase in the real world by buying 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins. And a couple of months ago, this guy was interviewed by journalists, and they asked him whether he regretted spending 10,000 Bitcoin on 2 pizzas, because today you could have been a dollar billionaire. Oh, millionaire. And back then, Laszlo mined 100,000 Bitcoins, and he spent it all somewhere buying jeans, buying pizzas. So he treated Bitcoin as a hobby. It wasn't even a hobby. It was like play money, monopoly money. That's what his attitude. And he said, back then, I was too young, and I couldn't even imagine that this ones and zeros, these numbers, Bitcoin, which was not appreciated anywhere in just 10 years, would become a currency that would be traded in American exchanges in the form of Bitcoin futures in Chicago Exchange and many other major exchanges as well. He couldn't simply imagine that. And he made a joke saying that if back then I didn't sell my 10,000 Bitcoins for those 2 pizzas, if I wouldn't exchange them, I would die of hunger and I wouldn't be able to be a billionaire anyways. Well, he made this joke, But the real reason why he spent those Bitcoins, because he couldn't even fathom and take a peek into the future and see any value behind it. And today, many of our partners who purchased EIPs in March, April 2019 and received Cryptounits as a gift. And if now they take a look at how much they cost today and how much they paid last year, it's like the price of Bitcoin in March 2010. It's like 0.000 something, and they're ready now to sell their CRU points for 5 cents, for 10 cents. They're begging for the opportunity to sell their CRU points, and they are asking for the exchange to be launched for them to exchange their CRU points for dollars. Well, there is a trait. This is a human trait of any person that maybe I won't even sell, but at least give me the opportunity to sell. If I all of a sudden need 2 pizzas, I would click a button and would exchange part of my CRU points for $100 and go and buy myself like 2 pizzas. And indeed, on behalf of the company, we are preparing this functionality for it to be an exchange functionality. not the system that you have in your back offices right now. It's not exchange itself per se, but we still need a little bit more time to do it really on a good quality level. Let's move on to the next slide. So what do you think? Whose charts are these? What do you think these charts are on the first chart and the second chart? Tell me in the chart, in the chat, I'm sorry, your versions. And I will ask our interpreters to translate your feedback. So what are the options here? Those of you who attended my webinar on Thursday, do not participate in the survey, okay? Someone says, the first one is a Bitcoin. You're correct. So someone says CRU from the English chat. Anything else? So the Spanish chat says CRU as well. The first one is Bitcoin. People say, okay. So you say Apple and Domino's. Let me type it in. Someone says gold from the Spanish chat. Someone says from the English chat, it's Apple. Okay, guys, I'll tell you the right answer. The first chart is the Bitcoin chart, and the second chart is the Apple chart. On the 12th of December, 1980, Apple was listed in the market. And just take a look how much time Apple shares needed. And they at first were traded, and you see $1, $5, $6 before the digitalization era. So when smartphones, iPads, iPods, etc., wireless iPods appeared, only after that the Apple stock started growing. They required 26 years to rise the stock price from $0.50 to what, almost $400 in 2016. It was $200 2016. And what we're doing here, we are creating a fund which now puts their eggs in different baskets. For example, Apple is all about technologies, about gadgets, about devices, and they have a capitalization of almost $1.5 trillion. Whereas we, in just several years, can create such a unique portfolio, and the price of our stock won't take 26 years to get to the level of $5, $6, because currently world is exchanging information very, very rapidly. Because of the internet, the information is disseminated immediately, because I mean 26 years ago it was maybe only American market, but now as soon as something is invented at one end of the world, next morning the entire world knows about it. The information is spread very, very quickly, and we are sure that what we're doing today might seem too slow for some, but believe you us, we are taking a mile-long strides. The project is developing very rapidly. Next, let's move on to the next slide, okay? Now, let's take a look what we acquired in 1 year, what we achieved in 1 year and 3 months. Our portfolio, the capitalization of our portfolio is more than $404 million. We have investments in gold mining. Today, especially in the times of crisis related to the lockdown, to the quarantine, gold is growing, experiencing an unprecedented growth. But the stock of the gold mining companies is growing even faster than the physical gold. I know that the stocks of the Russian company, gold mining company, Poly Gold, in quarantine increased almost by 70%. Of course, there are exchange speculations there, but nevertheless, we have very significant investments in a gold mining company in the Ural Mountains. And those of you who participate in the closed meetings, you saw the independent auditor's report on the gold deposits in those fields, which we own. We are developing our own blockchain. Not every company in the world can spend time and money on developing their own blockchains. There are not so many blockchains out there in the world right now, and most banks work on Ethereum blockchains. And when banks decided to make smart contracts on Ethereum, back then, 5 years, 10 years ago, there were no specialists in the banking area who could develop their own blockchain. Today, 10 years later, the 10 years of cryptocurrency era, we now have specialists which we could hire on our contractual agreement for them to develop our own blockchain. And we also have film production investments, very interesting niche with 350% return on investment every year. But because of the restriction of travels, etc., shootings are limited. Therefore, but the production is still ongoing. Basalt production, another very interesting project, and I saw how this basalt furnace looks like. I saw the screenshots. Our partners sent us a video report on the testing of the furnace. Guys, this is a structure like 30 meters long. It's a huge facility, and it's a real screenshot of how our basalt production facilities look like. And in the testing shop, when the commissioning of the equipment took place, the first batch of basalt fittings were made. We invested in the production of diamonds as well, which can make diamonds 2-3 carats each in 2 days. And when I see this picture of diamonds, I thought that it was a picture of jewelry, but it turned out that the main sphere of application of those synthetic diamonds is drilling of wells, oil wells, or wells for road construction, for gas pipelines. Any kind of drilling work or any drills have diamond tips. And one such device, mechanism, it's called drill. The tip of the drill can cost $20,000-$30,000. And we're going to produce the adequate quality diamond in 2-3 days. And today our partner is called the Regional Diamond Center of Kazakhstan. It's a nation level entity working under the aegis of the Chamber of Commerce of Kazakhstan. This Regional Diamond Center is being set up. They sent us a very interesting business plan stating that they will have a training of jewelry makers. They will hold different exhibitions and fairs. They will hold competitions or for people who would like to create their own jewelry brand. We will have 5 different colors of diamonds our equipment will be able to make. And there are other types of synthetic diamonds, colorful synthetic diamonds. They might lose their color under, like, let's say, thermal treatment. But the equipment that we are procuring, the colorant, the dye that is incorporated into the diamond in such a way that under no circumstances the diamond will lose its color, be it a black diamond, a yellow or sapphire blue-like diamond. So they won't lose their color because of the advanced technologies we're using. In this year alone, we have 1,324,036 people registered. And I think on the summary webinar on the 4th of July, we'll have even a bigger number. In just 12 months, we invested just $51 million in all of those areas. And in 12 months, our portfolio grew almost by 700% just because we received the auditor's report on gold mining for 300 million worth. And now when the diamond production will, the business plan will be sent, the business development plan, in 10 years, the revenue of that diamond producing center, according to the business plan, will be around $2 billion. We are going to submit this entire business plan to the auditors, to the auditing company, so that they could appreciate or appraise our diamond production sector and how it affects the value of our portfolio. Next slide, please.
Well, in terms of our blockchain, we use EOS program code. It is one of the fastest blockchain today. If you understand what I'm talking about, if you use the cryptocurrency, you understand that we send Bitcoins from one person to another, or top up our wallets at the website and are to wait a few hours for our wallets to top up. But why are we waiting for these few hours? Because blockchain and the proof of work algorithm, 1 Bitcoin is mined within 30 minutes, sometimes faster, but it takes 6 validations from the network for our Bitcoin-based transaction to get these 6 blocks. And therefore, sometimes it takes 30 minutes or 2 hours. It depends on the commission charged. If a bit more is spent on the transfer of Bitcoins, then miners see a transaction with an increased commission, and then accept it into block faster compared to those with lower commission. And therefore, you can get your transaction in 30 minutes if there is the increased commission. But if it is lower, then you may wait for half a day. And the same applies to Ethereum blockchain. Proof of works again applies, and it's a bit faster than Bitcoin, but we wait for another 15-20 minutes for the transaction to be accepted, or a bit lower, 10 minutes, if the commission is increased. And we faced this problem of the commission in January, when, first of all, we put our crypto units on Ethereum-based blockchain, and 364,000 wallets could not synchronize within 2 months because the commission was quite low, and Ethereum-based blockchain did not accept our transactions with this low commission. But it is not feasible to pay more. At that time, it was 25 cents. And therefore, we decided to make our own blockchain. And the Presidential Council decided that there will be no commission inside the network. So on blockchain, when all our users have their cryptocurrency blockchain wallets, there will be 3 actually cryptocurrency. UNTB, Cryptounit, and USD, and you can send these crypto units to any user, to any participant with no commission charged. This is our blockchain, which is being designed today, and it provides for no commission to charge. And because each block is validated every half a second, then it means that you send your crypto units and this person will get them in 3 seconds. And this is the reason why we are making our own blockchain. And our protocol consensus proof of stake, and it implies or provides for staking, meaning that you can stake your released crypto units inside your wallet. You simply press a button, like in case in your back office today you can do, but it will be done through your wallet on blockchain. There will be a button, stake, and you will see how many released tokens you have. You stake them and get as a reward our UNTB tokens. And they could be sold by you at the exchange, or you can retain them, wait for their price to go up. So immediately they are accessible and liquid in UNTB, like Cryptounit. As soon as we migrate to blockchain, it will be available for exchange. Next slide, please. Now we are working on the wallets blockchain explorer. There is the design and functionalities ready. Explorer is an explorer of blocks. If you go to our website where you will see blockchain explorer, you will see the balances of crypto units, but no balances of UNTB is yet available, because the production of new issue of new tokens will start as soon as all users have their wallets. It is planned to happen in July. Tokenomics is a document which describes the rules for behavior of tokens in blockchain. Our lawyers received a license from the Estonian regulator for crypto to fiat exchange for us to exchange crypto-based tokens to USD or Euro, and we are getting a license for the exchange there. And now we are designing a prototype for the wallet. Please, next slide. This is the way our blockchain explorer looks like. Some chapters do not reflect the real life picture or situation. Many partners say that we can't have 3 million wallets. Why on blockchain we see 3 million wallets? And I responded, we use an example, Bitcoin blockchain, and it has 3 million wallets, but now we made some adjustments to this figure, 672,000 partners that in their balance sheets have crypto units. And dear friends, look, I'd like to address all of you, those who have a chance to register and keep crypto unit as a gift for your verification. If you still failed to verify, please do it. It's not difficult. You can upload your pages of the password and get 350 crypto units as a gift, because in blockchain we have empty wallets. We synchronize all the users and we see that from 800 to 90 wallets are with zero balance. What it means? It means that in blockchain we today see that 890 people are registered but haven't verified. They didn't get their crypto units as a gift, and their crypto unit wallets have zero balance. Therefore, if you invited the people, you registered them, please remind them that now they enjoy a unique opportunity to get these gift crypto units now, and they are to benefit from this chance. And there is daily synchronization. Before it was done weekly, whereas now it's done daily. The balances are synchronized. Sometimes a person, look, they may contact us. He made a sale, signs up a person. This person purchases an EAP and he gets CIU points under the marketing plan, and he is fast to double check in Blockchain Explorer whether he will see the CIU under the marketing plan. CIUs will be seen next day. So we don't make synchronization every second, but once in a day. There is this synchronization process. Generally, it's done overnight, not to overload our main server. And therefore, please remember this, that next day you will see your CIU points in our Blockchain Explorer. Next slide, please. And I'd like to detail the types of tokens on our blockchain. Token, this is a digital asset, and today it's correct to call cryptocurrencies as tokens. This is a term which is used today in the crypto world, not only by the programmers, but by this community. Any cryptocurrency may be called a coin, but a coin means or is meant when a token is used as the legal tender. Like Bitcoin is a coin, bit from the computer language, 1 bit. So there are some other coins. They are those tokens which actually include this function of a legal tender. But the tokens with some other applications, they are not called tokens. So token Cryptounit is a digital share, security token. So security meaning security value, whereas utility token is some use, some technical application, and in case under Cryptounit, those people who are owners of Cryptounits are getting the right to be a co-owner of the global investment portfolio, then the ownership of UNTB token, so it does not provide this right. This is a means to open your wallet. This is a means to ensure functionality of our blockchain, and these UNTB tokens will be used to give you a reward for staking inside blockchain. This is the difference between security token and utility token. Security token gives you a right to be a co-owner of the global investment portfolio, whereas UNTB token gives you a chance or an opportunity to use blockchain. Stable coin equals to $1 US, and USDU will be used to accrue dividends and different bonuses like under the loyalty program. In your blockchain wallet, you will receive USDU to be exchanged into USDT and anything else, or Bitcoin, so anything you like. So the scope of application of our UNTB token. Since we have no commission inside the blockchain, our blockchain, this UNTB token, as soon as you open a wallet, you get an access to blockchain. And for this, you need the minimum balance, at least 10 tokens, to say equal 1 cent. It means that the minimum balance of 10 cents. And this mechanism that anyone willing to use blockchain should some balance in UNTB, this mechanism protects our blockchain from different attacks. There is such a term as attack 51, when miners can assume control over blockchain, open up a lot of different computers and validating nodes, and start actually rewriting nodes as they like. But this system, subject to which these attackers, hackers, are to buy 51% of all the UNTB tokens. For this purpose, this is unrealistic. It's not feasible. Why should they invest money in what you are going to actually damage? And this mechanism, subject to no commission inside the network, so this mechanism protects blockchain from different attacks and damage. So the one who would like to have a lot of transactions is to buy a lot of UNTB tokens, and therefore this is the protection mechanism. And then another area of application is a reward for staking CRU, and I believe that by late July, closer to our summary webinar in August, we can announce an opportunity of opening the wallets. There will be a link in your back offices. Open your wallet, you go to this link, you go to the website wallet.cryptounit.cc. There will be this website, and there you will get a closed key to your wallet, which is to be copied maybe 10 times. Take its picture or write it down somewhere not to lose this key. You also invent the PIN code and use this wallet afterwards. For those people who have never before worked with crypto wallets, there will be such a mechanism when you can tick when you open a wallet and select, I am afraid that I may lose my key, and I trust the company to keep my key on the company's server. Just if needed, I can restore access to my crypto wallet. And then you are to input your email, and through email, you can then restore access to your wallet or actually reset your PIN code, because it may happen that this key is retained, whereas PIN code is forgotten, and you cannot memorize it. And quite often in the crypto world, these passwords are not restored. There is no mechanism to restore and recover them. And we understand that not all our partners are very experienced users of crypto wallets, and therefore there will be a choice. If you are confident and you don't want your secret code to be kept on the server of the company, you make a tick, I will be responsible for it myself, I will store my key myself and my code, and then the company will not be able to restore your access to your wallet. If you are scared and afraid, it applies to elderly people, those doing this for the first time, then you can tick that I will input my email and in the future to have a chance to restore my password to my wallet. And now we will provide these two options for our wallets. Next slide, please. And a few words about the security token market, global market of security tokens. So this is quite a new trend, with the notion of cryptocurrency emerged in the 90s, whereas in 2017 there was this boom called ICO and initial coin offering. Any developers over 7 years mastered blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum to use to issue new coins, and they proposed to participate in ICO. And those who started in 2015 to take part in these ICOs, even though who bought Ethereum at $2-3 of Ethereum in 2015 at the start, whereas in 2017 Ethereum cost 1900 or 1700. It was a boom and there were a lot of new coins emerging, and whereas in December Bitcoin went up to 20,000, but then there was a collapse and many ICO simply disappeared, and they were of no interest to anyone, and there was a collapse. And in 2018 there was nothing interesting happening in the cryptocurrency market, whereas closer to the end of 2019 there were more and more projects following the STO practice. So people offered co-participation in some business, co-ownership of some business. You buy tokens and you become a partner. And in 2019, 89 STO projects were launched and raised over $267 million. So these are those the largest projects. Some companies accumulated 144 million, but this project included another 5 sub-projects. But look, everything starts quite good, and at this hype people participate, but then there is a decline, and this lockdown caused by the coronavirus made its contribution, and today the global STO market is evaluated to be $99 million. You see there is a decline compared to December 2019, almost 225% decline. Next slide, please. Look here, one of the largest projects associated with security tokens. This is TZR company. So this is a cryptocurrency exchange which trades in digital shares in the US. Yes, they raised money to package the platform for listing new security tokens. This is an exchange, T0, which trades in digital assets. And if you have a look at the results of May, what we saw at this crypto exchange, not crypto exchange, but the exchange, STO exchange, that trades in security tokens in May, the volume of trading was $430,000 trade volume in May 2020, whereas monthly volume is 163,000, and the number of trading days is 20. So exchange is not functional at weekends, Saturday and Sunday. And we also considered participation at this exchange with our security tokens when in February we had a meeting with our lawyers in Moscow office and drafted a roadmap for blockchain. So our blockchain should be placed on any external exchange or internal exchange to be retained inside. And we considered the option of external listing at this exchange T0, and the top companies of this, so the sub companies of this T0, there was Seychelles Exchange and Merge, which is called Merge, and we also reviewed this opportunity. But look, when we received the information from the daily volumes and the volumes of trading in this exchange, we realize so that it's not our level. We have a huge community. We have over 600,000 wallets, 672,000 wallets to be exact. And what will happen? we will take our people with Cryptounit tokens and send them to this exchange. There they will trade, increase the volumes of this exchange. Exchange will make money on us, and what we will get? Yes, we will get an opportunity to exchange, but look, we decided that we'd better do it on our own. Not everything goes smoothly, but to operate on the external exchange, this T0 is the largest one in the world, the US, and they have in May this trade volume in May 430,000. So we don't see any sense to go to this exchange where they will unlikely need our tokens. And the same applies to Overstock exchange with the trade volume in May 2020 of 518,000. So the lowest daily volume is 126, whereas the highest daily volume is over 168,000. There is another.
As for the blockchain capital, they also started quite well. They raise investments for different startups, and their maximum daily volume of trade was $1,000, the highest daily volume. And just look, what was the price of the stock? So Overstock is traded within $19 to $7, high and low. T0 is traded within $1, 1.05, 1.42, and the same is for blockchain capital. The range is a monthly low is $1 and monthly high is $2.39. And let's take a look at the exchange figures from our Cryptounit back office. In May, we had a mechanism where you could exchange CRU points for units through your peer-to-peer exchange, so-called P2P exchange, okay? And additionally to that, we could exchange with the market. So you place your application or order in the market, but usually people wanted to exchange, people who wanted to exchange unit for CRUs use the market, while the other way around, people use P2P exchange. And in our back office, without even having the functionality of an exchange, in May alone, we had $2.6 million exchanged. Can you feel the difference? $500,000, 430 in T0, 3,300 in blockchain capital, and $2,627,000 in our case. The highest daily volume was 111,000, and the average daily volume was $84,700, and the lowest daily volume was 68,000. And our CRU point in May, there was a fork from 12, the range from 12 to 22 cents. And when we saw this statistics, we realized we didn't need any external exchange. We have a huge community. We already have our own traders who know how to set up bots even within their back offices, trading bots. And we realized that we need to set up our own exchange. We don't need to go anywhere into the external market. You see the figures speak for themselves. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, here we have the exchange statistics, CRU/UNT, over the entire period since March until the current day. So on the 9th of May, the exchange was launched. So people received that opportunity in the back offices. And in March, 1% of the entire released of the entire allocated CRU points were released, around 106 million. Well, 6.5 million were placed on exchange, and there was a total amount of exchanges performed of $802,000, and a total of 8,200 transactions were made with the average price of 12 cents per CRU. In April, another percent was released. Now we had 200 million CRU released, and you can see the overall 10 million CRU points were placed for exchange. The amount of exchange in dollars was equal 1.5 million, and then there were 5,500 transactions. And in May, I already told you about the number of CRU points released. As you can see, 332 million, with overall amount of transactions was $2.6 million, which is approximately a total of 5,000 transactions. In June, we now have almost 500 million CRU points released, with the 2.4 million CRU points in circulation. It might have been more if we did not, limit the mechanism. It might have been 3 million and more. But why did we remove the mechanism as it used to be? Because there were a lot of complaints from our partners that there were Telegram chats set up where people were coerced into selling their CRU points at 5 cents, and then the same orders are placed at 20 cents in the market. It's not like we regret people are selling, we're sorry that people are selling their CRU points at 5 cents. No, it's not about that. The thing is that the traders devised bots that bought all the sell orders, and it deprived other participants of the market of the opportunity to sell their CRU points. So someone made a profit out of it. We don't know who stands behind those bots, but we're sure that those people will eventually come to our exchange, and when they do, it's going to be an exchange instrument. Devise your bots, place orders, sell orders, buy orders. You will have your order book, no problem, but it's going to be fair. What we had in May in our back offices simply was not fair. And now there is no opportunity to ensure P2P exchange, which is an indicator that we now have the amount of trading is $476,900 at, you see, at the price of CRU of 0.2. This is the real indicator that people, without even speculations, without being able to buy from someone else, P2P, peer-to-peer, they still ensured 500,000 turnover in the exchange. This is the real demand for CRU. People buying CRU at 20 cents per CRU for the overall amount of 500,000. So already our CRU at 20 cents is in demand. And some people saying that, oh, everyone wants to sell their CRU points at 5 cents. This is not an entirely correct opinion. The figures speak otherwise. I love statistics. Figures can't lie. Facts can lie. That only 5-6% of all holders of released CRU points participated in the exchange. Not even everyone is willing to sell at 5%. Just 5% of all of our partners who have released CRU points put them up for sale, for exchange. In May, we introduced staking. it's a very good indicator of the fact that 54% of all CRU points released were put on staking by partners. This is the picture, the real reflection of what's going on. When you are somewhere in the Telegram chat for the CRU exchange, there are, I don't know, maybe 400 people there in the Russian chat at least. And it seems like everyone wants to sell their CRU points right away and exchange it for fiat money and go buy themselves pizzas. I don't know what else, to fill their financial holes, financial gaps. But there is only 5% of such people. And 44% of people play it long. They want to maintain and they want to stake it. They want to increase their portfolio of CRU points in order to be able to receive residual income from the company's dividends later. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. In the near future, we are preparing a functionality for the internal exchange in our back offices so that those so-called order books would be in July already. We are finishing our work on the white paper, and it's very good that finally our partners sent us their business plans according to the regulators' demands, so that we could have plans for 5-10 years ahead, not only 1 year ahead, because most of our investment agreements, they had data for 1 year ahead that we fund, and they do this and that. Like they set up equipment and they start production. So we asked our partners, the diamond production, the gold, and the filmmaking company, to develop 10-year plans. They submitted those plans. We're going to add them to our white paper, and we will publish that document as well. As far as the exchange is concerned, we have quite hot debates right now, what we were gonna have, what kind of functionality our exchange is going to have. I think the terms of reference will be approved on Monday. The wallets will appear by the end of July as well. In August, there will be an initiative group testing those wallets so that we don't have a million people who forget their passwords all of a sudden. We need to do it gradually, stage by stage. I think the participants of the VIP club will be the first to get access to their wallets, or the marathon participants. They will be our beta or alpha testers, the pioneers, in order to have a gradual load for our support service. Guys who will provide support services to the wallet holders so that people would not download everything in one day. And in September, now, beta tester is actually, it's outside the company. Alpha tester is inside the company. So in September, we're gonna launch our STO. We're gonna have CRU for units. In September, at first, we're gonna have a CRU for units. And in September, we're gonna have Cryptounit for Bitcoins, Cryptounits for Ethereum, for USDT, UNTB for Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, etc. And there will be other currencies as well. If you have some, I don't know, Litecoins lying around somewhere, Monero, on other alts, whatever, you will be able to top up your exchange account with those cryptocurrencies. And again, you can spend Litecoins to buy CRU or UNTB, depending on what currency pairs we're gonna have. And then we're preparing for our solemn anniversary ceremony in October. After the 1st of July, we're gonna receive the information whether we will be allowed to have offline gatherings. Live gathering on a stadium, in a concert hall. Some kind of a premises, inside some kind of a premises. I'm not even sure what's going to be working in October in Moscow. Maybe on the 1st of July, we're going to have a referendum on the amendments to the Russian constitution. And after it, I don't know, maybe the boundaries will be closed down again. The shops will be locked down again. And because of the virus, everyone will stay home. And all the mass events can be banned. For now, the concert hall owners didn't give us the answer whether we can get together several thousands of people in one place. We will know about it after the 1st of July. But even if we won't be able to get together in one big place, we will still have an online conference. We're now discussing our options. Nurlan in the Russian chat says that we need to get together. We need that energy. Of course we do. But, you know, there are some things beyond our control. So please come on the 4th of July to our summary webinar. There's going to be a lot of good news. Let's have one more slide. Right now, we are negotiating our participation in online 5-day conference on blockchain technology and business. It's called Digital Summit 2020. It's going to be held on July 6th, 10th of 2020. On Monday, we're supposed to receive the participation contract. Well, we have already that, but we need to discuss how many tickets we're going to have as a sponsor, as a partner. We're going to report on our Cryptounit blockchain and on our Cryptounit program altogether. In your back offices, you will be able to take the link to the online viewing of the conference. There will be 3 participation options in that digital summit. You can view it free of charge. So you follow the link and you watch it, but you won't be able to leave to make a recording on YouTube. It's like if you go and drink tea, you will miss something said during that conference. If you pay some small money, like $30 or $40, you will have a YouTube video for 5 days. If you missed something, you can go back and rewatch it. And the host, the organizer of the digital summit, will be representatives of Binance, Peter Thiel, a business coach, lots of international renowned blockchain experts. 25,000 people are expected to attend this online digital summit. It's the 3rd digital summit to be held by this organization, and we're going to attend it, participate in it as well. And what does the future hold for us, do you think? Who is excited about what you've heard today so far? Give me a 10 in the chat if you are. Well, thank you, friends, for your feedback. I see all of you are excited, but this is not it. We have one more slide for you. Thank you. On the 15th of July, we are going to launch data mining. Now give me a 7 in the chat if you attended at least one webinar on data mining and you know what it is. I see lots of 7s. Good. Just perfect. So see, with our initiative group, we started testing how it works. And I can give you my experience. This week, on Tuesday, I connected this software to my LinkedIn account, a bot, I don't know how to call it, entity. And what happens next on my LinkedIn page? Right now, what's happening right now? This digital double, on my behalf, writes to people a small phrase like, hello, I see that we have things in common. Join my friend list. Maybe we have something to discuss or work on together. And then you can also configure yourself whom you want to add to your friend list. It takes me 5 minutes. I picked the region. There is a drop-down menu with all the countries of the world and the cities. I picked the region. In my case, it was Russia, with Moscow, Yekaterinburg, Kazan, St. Petersburg. So this is the cities where I can personally go to. I did not pick any city in the Far East or, I don't know, something not enticing, something not interesting for me. I picked Kazakhstan, I picked Belarus, and United States and United Kingdom. I did not take all the world because I don't speak Chinese, I don't speak Spanish or Italian. I limited myself to the countries which are easy for me to get to, or languages that I can manage more or less, like Russian and English. Well, you know, I might not be able to go to the United States or the United Kingdom, but at least I can make myself understood in English. So at the second stage in the drop-down menu, you have the list of jobs. People having which jobs are interesting for you. And I picked, there was like 200 different professions, trades. I picked banking, digital technologies, everything related to finance, marketing, which is, you know, it's frequently discussed. We discuss logotypes, we need videos, we need quality photo shoot, etc. You know, professional photographers, professional cameramen, I picked them all. I think I picked overall 40 professions.
And that's all. My work is over. Selection of the region and selection of occupation. And then the digital double will write to these people following these characteristics, hello, we can cooperate. And in one day, literally, over 40 people, about 40 people became my friends, but they are of high quality. Two guys phoned me back. Hello, Maria, would be excited to talk. One of them is the marketing director of the company located in Moscow. And this company also issued its cryptocurrency called Joyce. They have a platform for making payments for the goods and services in cryptocurrency. And look, I would never learn about this platform and myself on my own would never find this person, whereas now I have a chance to meet, to communicate with them, become partners for our tokens and payments. Can you imagine, only in one day? So this is like a very fast developing channel of events. And there was the other guy who said, yes, I am excited to talk to you. He has a marketing agency. In his page, I saw the announcement, packaging of business solutions, turnkey packaging. So marketing, branding, labeling, and etc. And I thought to myself, wow, how amazing it is. And he lives in Moscow as well. And he writes to me that we are in constant search for some companies, some photo shoot, some videos about myself. So we want something to promote ourselves. And actually, he is my friend in my list of friends. And then actually I could not, I'm in a hurry to respond to all them. And why, what I noted, why this software data mining we needed? Those people who would like to develop, to expand their circle of friends, acquaintances. First of all, one reason is that we are short of time to send this mailing because it takes a lot of time from morning till evening to text someone. Secondly, we don't know who to write, who to text. You are to learn how to select the relevant people by following some characteristic criteria. You cannot actually write to everyone. This job was done by the digital double. Then, thirdly, if you do it on your own, you could be shy and modest. You sit and think what to write, how to write, or quite probably they will ignore, they won't respond, and you will be actually nervous waiting for the response, whether they are going to respond or not. What will be response? Do you know how scary it is? And there are so actually you are very nervous. Robert is not nervous. He is a machine, and actually, like a machine gun, is creating these texts and send them. And what you need to do is simply to accept and see the ready-made incoming message of a person saying, hello, I will be excited to talk to you. It's great. It's terrific, guys. So please be prepared for the launch of the digital doubles and data mining. What I mean by being ready. So first of all, we will start with LinkedIn network. Facebook will follow in another 2 months. I believe it will be in September. In case you don't have your account in LinkedIn, please register, make your profile. If you are from Russia or those countries where LinkedIn is prohibited, use the Opera browser. When you enter through Opera, there is this VPN, and even you can overjump it. In Russia, our Rosnadzor, so our regulator, prohibited this network, and I actually downloaded VPN. I paid about $15 a month. If you don't know what VPN is, my internet from Moscow goes through the signal to the server in the USA, and then from the US IP, I enter LinkedIn. So this is a way to overcome this ban. So I did it because in Russia, Telegram, desktop Telegram is prohibited, is banned. And this is what you are to do to make your profile in LinkedIn with an indication of your education, of your jobs. It could be done in any language, including English, Russian, any other language. So it's quite user-friendly, broken down by year. From this time to this year, I actually worked in this position. You can add some pictures. LinkedIn is not an Instagram. You don't need to make posts because most people are scared. I don't know how to make posts. I don't know what to do in social networks. In LinkedIn, you don't need it. What matters there is to create a detailed profile of how you can be useful to other people, which skills you have, where you worked, what you are good at, where you live, and it's enough. And secondly, what you need to do is to top up your personal account in the Academy of Private Investor to make sure that by the 15th of July, when the launch is done, in the first weeks, there will be about 1,000 digital doubles available, followed up by another 1,000. If you want to start immediately on the 15th of July, please make sure that you have your account in LinkedIn and a topped up balance in the back office for you to press the button and start mining high quality friends. Next slide, please. And guys, please attend the webinar on the 4th of July. This is a summary webinar with a lot of bonuses and surprises for the VIP club members. We understand that VIP club members can benefit from staking, from exchange, and hopefully in July, exchange will radically change for the better. And apart from these functions, for the VIP club members, we have prepared a lot of presents. I believe you all will be excited, and all this information and the details you will learn on the 4th of July. Now, this is the time for our question and answer session. While I'm reading the questions from the Russian room, if there are any in the English room, please write it down. Units and their rounding. Yes, we actually assigned this task to our programmers, and I cannot actually tell you that exactly tomorrow. I need to clarify it, to find it out, to round it. So on Monday, I will discuss it with our programmers. Do we have any questions? Only LinkedIn is for our data mining. This is a ready-made solution. If you are there, then tomorrow everything is functional. But as regards Facebook, for the same package, you buy a license for the data mining single time. This is lump sum single time payment. As soon as the function is activated, then you can activate the same function in Facebook as soon as it's ready. 2 months after Facebook, Vkontakte will be accessible with no additional payments. It will be under one license. So another social network will be added. How many units do we need in the wallets to get tuned to data mining? 3 licenses of 100, 150, 250 licenses available. 100 units for you alone, and the limitation not more than 5,000 francs. A license of 150 units, you can activate yourself and your family members, but with the limitation on the number of francs of 5,000. With the license of 250, you are our business client, a few accounts for yourself, for your husband or someone else, or a few people, and unlimited number of social networks and friends. And as regards these packages in the news, you will learn more details. Can partners mine CRU, and whether we will get equipment for this? No, look, CRU are digital shares, securities. They could not be mined. Shares are sold by the company. We mine UNTB and we get it as staking, under staking. Cryptounits are not mined and no equipment is required. What is required is a server, a remote server, access to this seamless server, an internet connection. You deploy a node, there will be some instructions, so this node, and you will mine UNTB. Data mining license is unlimited as regards the period. I speak Turkish. I translate it into English. Why my crypto units are not sold in the domestic market? Can we launch the external market? They are not sold because this exchange is not based on the exchange. It's not stock market exchange. And therefore, technically, we are limited in exchange of CIU, whereas in July, the mechanism will be different and you will be able to exchange. And will everyone have the wallets, or do we need to pay for them? For the opening of a wallet, you are to pay 10 cents, 10 UNTB tokens, 10 times lower than US dollar. So the license for data mining is unlimited. CIU staking, is it the same as blockchain staking? No, blockchain staking will change. Now, when you stake your CIUs, you receive CIU points. You stake 1,000 CIUs and you get 2.5% as interest in CIU per month. Whereas in blockchain, you stake 1,000 CIU and get in exchange 300 UNTB tokens a month. And whereas UNTB tokens could be sold at the exchange at its current price. The package of 100 unit, 5,000 francs is the maximum number of francs. Yes. A package of 100, the limit for your francs is 5,000, but you can upgrade your package. You see that you have 5,000 francs, then you can actually buy a higher license and pay the difference. But I believe 5,000 francs of high quality, those saying I'm ready to communicate, this is too much. And aren't they going to block LinkedIn account for using the bot? It is already functional now with no blocking. Look, this is a new technology and you don't even notice that it is a bot as it writes on my behalf. It is viewed as if I'm writing. I'm doing nothing, and from morning till evening, I'm sending 40 letters every day. And because these 40 letters are not in a minute, but within some intervals, along the day, after 10, half an hour later, LinkedIn that does not view it as a bot. So it considers it to be a human being writing his letters, his messages. A partner made a present to her son, 2 EIPs of 250 units each, made a present without their approval, but they refused to verify as soon as they learn that they are to make selfie and send the pictures of their passport. I cannot persuade them, and what will happen to tokens without verification? Look, I believe as soon as they see the passive income, their attitude will change. Yes, it always happens when adults make presents to their adult children without their consent. What should I recommend to you? Let this lady with her sons invite them to attend the summary webinar on the 4th of July for them to see the management of the company, to see what we are doing, or maybe send them the recording of today's webinar. So some actions to be taken by her for her sons to spend half an hour of their time and understand that we are a serious company with no cheating with their passports. How can we do staking on blockchain? Look, there will be this easy system like in back office. You press the button to stake and your CIUs are staked. No difficult thing. And a license the people buy. Is it for our life? Yes, for data mining license, and its period is validity is unlimited. For the first participants, the validity will be unlimited. That's for sure. But in case we see 6 months after we have 1 million miners, we may cease selling these licenses. But in case a person is registered but didn't verify, but now will verify, will he get his bonus under this promotion? Yes, in June, 350 CIU as a present, but if he has an old registration, maybe under the previous promotion, he will get this CIUs, but at least 350 CIUs to be provided. But referral commissions to our partners for the purchase of the digital doubles, yes, it will be under our marketing and new statuses will be achieved. Our partners from Spain are a bit confused. Are we going to have two stakings? Two staking? No, only one staking. As soon as we migrate to blockchain, then the staking, which is functional now in back offices, will be terminated. Look, we migrate to blockchain on the 1st of, let's assume that we migrate to blockchain on the 1st of September. Then the company will actually sum up the results, and starting from the 1st of September, these CIUs staked now in your back offices, they will migrate to blockchain. There is a question. Do we have decentralized blockchain? Yes, for the time being, yes, because we manage nodes. We have 4 nodes on our servers, but as soon as we give the wallets to the people, after testing everything in a secure mode, we will allow to open nodes by other participants, and then it will be decentralized. But now, meanwhile, it is centralized. So the price of a digital double, 3 licenses, 100, 150, 250, with no installment plan for digital doubles. Because from this payment, we are to transfer a part of money to our programmers, developers, to maintain the system. Therefore, we cannot provide the installment plan. Yelena is asking about her sons who are reluctant to attend the webinars and refuse to verify. Their tokens won't be accessible. Only verified users can get keys to their wallets. Without verification, you can't open your back office and transfer tokens to the wallet. A question from Italy. A license of 250, is it going to be ready by the 15th of July? Yes, it will be. There is a question about exchange. The exchange is Estonian, but you can't call it that it's ours, because otherwise the regulator who actually issued this license will revoke it. It will be an affiliate. There is the Estonian exchange. It will be an independent legal entity and independent. And in case we sell CIUs inside the blockchain, we call it our exchange, whereas Estonian exchange is going to be the external exchange. I believe you understand what I mean. There is a question whether our CIUs are to be exchanged in other platforms and whether our CIUs will be seen in other exchanges. We do not plan to enter with CIU points other exchanges, and I explained why. Because the liquidity supported by our partners is 5 times higher than the liquidity of the external exchanges. So we may spend money for listing in external exchange, we won't get inflow of capital. We actually negotiated with Merge Exchange, and for listing they set a price of 20,000, but the terms and conditions of listing actually specify that the issuer of tokens is obliged to freeze 5 million US dollars in the accounts of this exchange to maintain liquidity. So I don't see a sense in going with our tokens to an external exchange for this exchange to trade in our tokens. Today in the world, you won't find any exchange with good liquidity for security tokens. Our CIU tokens could not be placed in Binance or any other exchange, Bifinex, because security token, Binance does not trade in security tokens, whereas all those platforms trading in security tokens such as Overstock or T0, they are too small compared to our capacity, and therefore CIU tokens will not be placed in external exchanges. As regards UNTB tokens, 3 months after the launch of trading in the Estonian exchange, we will evaluate, appraise the performance, the supply, the demand, the statistics, because large external exchanges such as in Singapore, we also negotiated with them the terms and conditions of listing. And the terms and conditions are the following. Before listing in their exchange, we are to be traded for at least 3 months in other 3 exchanges. To say Estonian exchange, this is accepted, whereas there should be another 2 external exchanges. And in case the statistics is good, with good demand and supply, daily trading with good volumes, then some large external exchange could list us. Today, exchanges understand, before actually they were hunting for new tokens to top up their basket. But today they understand that in case this coin is not traded, the exchange does not make money on commission, and why do they need this coin? And therefore, the terms and conditions of listing become more stringent. Within the last 2-3 months, you are to show at least, so the average daily trading volume should be at least 100,000. So now, 2,600,000 for May, this is trading in CIU, and the average monthly is 80,000. Then CIU tokens could be listed in external exchange, but as regards UNTB tokens, statistics is not available. It will be generated only by new year to come, and then we will consider UNTB token listing in other exchanges only in 2021, because we are to accumulate statistics. What will happen to CIU points received under staking when we migrate to our blockchain exchange, and what is the exchange rate between UNTB and staking points? So points received under staken are considered to be released CIU points. They are similar to all the others with no difference. They will be summed up. Your 2.5% of interest under the staking summed up with your released CIUs, it will be your total number of CIUs. Whereas the exchange, if by September we plan to migrate to the exchange of token CIU points, at $1, whereas UNTB in August cost 1 cent, then this is the proportion 1 to 100. But the more wallets we open on our blockchain, UNTB will be demanded, and the price of the UNTB will sharply go up, because only people will sell between them UNTB, the company will not sell them. I want to open a wallet, I need 10 UNTB, I go either to the exchange and buy them, or request my neighbor to transfer 10 UNTB, and he will tell me, pay me $1. I don't need 10 cents, but $1. It could happen actually. And the exchange rate will not be set by the company. It will be the market-driven rate.
Another question here, whether is blockchain is going to be available only to VIP club members? No, friends. Blockchain is going to be available for everyone, because all of us are Cryptounit program participants. We are all co-owners of the global investment portfolio, whereas VIP club members will have their own privileges, like digital doubles are available only to VIP club members, not everyone. It is a unique program software that allows you to mine quality people for your structures. This is available only to VIP club members. There will be other additional products launched. Some of them will be for everyone on special terms or general terms, whereas VIP club members will enjoy the same projects at a discount, like the box version of Genius of Finance game. I already saw the prototype of that game. We have ordered just 5,000 board games. If we give all of those 5,000 into the market, some of the people might not get their hands on it. The run is not very big, the number of copies. So again, only the VIP club members will have the privileged access or possibility to buy the updated version. So you see, the VIP club members will have their own privileges. A very good question by Natalia. Will other coins be listed in our exchange? Yes, of course. On the Estonian exchange, we will have this functionality available when people want to tokenize their assets, to issue tokens, for example, backed by real estate tokens. We already have owners of hotels and malls, trading centers coming to us, because, especially now, the trading centers in the crisis time are empty. Nobody's paying the rental fees. The retail outlets, the restaurants have no business. And now the owners are looking for any inflow of cash to preserve, to keep their business. And some of them are also already asking us, like, can we tokenize our trading center, our mall, like split it by 1 square meter and sell it. And then when the crisis is over, when the lockdown is over, we will share profits with the token holders. It it will all be possible when when the exchange is launched. As for the price of the Genius of Finance game, unfortunately, I don't know the price. I think you will be able to know the price on the 4th of July at the summary webinar, so don't miss it. There's another question. UNTB will have 8 million, there will be 8 billion UNTB issues in view of all the planned functions, utility token, and our plans to attract 1 billion people. Don't you think that this number of UNTB tokens won't be sufficient? Well, if we take into account that we have not necessarily every person needs to receive one single coin, why the UNTB coin. It might be several places after the decimal point. Like there are only 21 million Bitcoins and nobody's complaining because you can split Bitcoin into lots of decimal places, and that's will be the same with UNTB. You know, there will be around what, 10 billion UNTB over 10 years. And if we 8 billion over 10 years, and if we feel that it's not enough, then we'll have a voting and we'll have an extreme issue. It's this, our blockchain provides for that, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it in 10 years time, maybe later, sooner. Guys, lots of questions are now repeating themselves, or most of them have been answered. I would like now to thank you for your attendance, and we'll be waiting for you on our summary webinar on the 4th of July, and see you later. Bye-bye.